Own brands only make up 20% of washing detergent sales.
But what I want to know is, which one is the best?
To find out, I've signed up some experts
That really is mucky.
in getting down and dirty.
Smells fresh.
Yeah, it smells nice.
Some of the best bargains in supermarket own brands aren't in the food aisles. They're hiding in the pharmacy, household and homeware sections.
We're all diving into buying our own brand when it comes to foods and drinks, but we're a little bit more cautious when it comes to cosmetics and toiletries. We like to stick to the known brands, the ones that we've used for years, the ones where the packaging looks familiar. We're not ready to take that risk yet.
I think it's worth looking at own branded products in those categories a little bit more closely, because the advertising can sometimes shout louder than the ingredients as far as those premium branded products are concerned.
Supermarket own brands have really stolen a march in particular areas, but there are some supermarket aisles where the branded manufacturers still hold sway. And then also things like household cleaning, where Unilever and Procter & Gamble, because of their decades-long experience, have persuaded us that we only really can have either Ariel or Persil or Daz.
We're own brand snobs when it comes to keeping our clothes clean. Own brands only make up 20% of washing detergent sales. 4 out of 5 of us still use a big brand. There are plenty of own brand versions available, so why aren't we buying them? Are they up to the job? To find out, I've signed up some experts in getting down and dirty. This is Brentwood RLFC, the finest rugby club in all of Brentwood. These boys love nothing more than rolling around in the mud. But they've got a shiny new kit and they need it to look clean again by kick-off on Saturday.
I am Anthony Sherwood, head coach of Brentwood Hills Rugby League. Let's go. Where rugby league's a summer sport, it's mostly grass stains. Sometimes if games have been a little bit feisty, there's some blood that we need to rub out of some of the kits as well. It's a bit tough going from game to game trying to get some of those stains out.
Oh, bless. Sounds like these boys need a helping hand, so just this once, I'm going to do the washing for them.
Here we have some kit. Well, it's a bit dirty.
That really is mucky. We've got lots of mud, sweat, so it stinks.
Yeah. Sweat is a big thing from the
Yeah, it is.
Getting all the sweat out, all the grass stains. You need a good quality washing powder.
Correct.
These lot currently use big brand detergent to tackle their stains.
Would you be open to trying something different?
Definitely.
Yeah.
If I offered to do your washing?
Definitely. Yeah, that'd be great.
Even more so.
Saves us from washing it.
Now, I do love a bit of laundry, but that's not why I'm volunteering for washing duty. It's a chance to test out how the supermarket brands can compete with the big-name washing powders and reveal another own brand secret.
One of the great triumphs of the modern supermarket industry is choice. They offer you unrivaled choice, products from all around the world, but often that is an illusion. If you go down, for instance, the household cleaning aisle, there is a duopoly. All the big brands are either owned by Procter & Gamble or by Unilever. And then you think, well, okay, but I've got tons of own brand from, value range to a premium range, but they're nearly always made by a company called McBride, who make the detergents for nearly all the supermarkets.
So here's who really makes your favourite laundry products. Ariel, Bold Fairy and Daz are all made by the huge company Procter & Gamble. Persil and Surf are owned by manufacturing giant Unilever. And all of these supermarket own brand detergents are made in the same factory with very similar ingredients by a company called McBride.
But what I want to know is, which one is the best?
I'm going to pit Ariel and Surf against McBride's own brand powder and find out if our rugby players can tell the difference. These machines aren't quite the same as a home wash. So I'll save some smelly kit for a more controlled test. They'll be washed with the same amount of detergent in a domestic machine. And the results are likely to be close. In industry tests, own brand powders regularly compete well with the famous names.
Organisations like Which and Good Housekeeping, who are known as really being consumer champions, test a lot of the products regularly, and they'll put brands and own brands side by side. And guess what? Own brands really comes out, particularly on products for laundry. If you're getting products that perform just as well in washing your clothes, why wouldn't you spend less?
So, will the Brentwood Rugby League team think the own brand washing powder is up to the job? The kits were each washed in a domestic machine with the same amount of each of the powders: Surf, Ariel and Sainsbury's.
That's all right, isn't it? A little stain.
Smells fresh.
Yeah, smells nice.
Smells decent. Definitely got the stains out more, and the white's a lot whiter in this one. Not a single stain on it. The colours are strong, like the orange is still bright, innit? The white's white. Definitely happy where the kit's turned out. And they smell good now as well, when they didn't before.
So, which detergent would you go for now, lads?
Given the choice, like out of the three, the supermarket brand's cheaper, so I definitely would choose it.
And here's a final own brand fact. Just like the rugby players, most of us, once we've dumped a big name for an own brand, we never look back. Something is puzzling me. Do you ever feel like you've got double vision when you're in the supermarket nowadays?
The chocolate aisle is calling me because I've got a terribly sweet tooth. But look, fruit and nut here, whole nut. Recognise these? What do they look like? Now, you've got here, look at these. Do they look a little bit like petit filou? I think they do. And even the size and everything and the way that they've packaged them, they look so similar, but they're only 85p.
So supermarkets put a huge amount of energy into looking at what we buy and specifically what those premium branded products are that we buy. So when supermarkets see a premium product that might be selling really, really well, they'll use that data to work with manufacturers to develop their own branded equivalents.
They try to make their products look a little bit like the brand. They will take as many cues as they can with regards to the packaging. Pack colour is quite synonymous with brands. Also, maybe some of the imagery on the front is synonymous.
So, for example, you might see a tub of butter, and it looks particularly, I'm just going to say, Danish in quality. When I pick up the tub, it seems to be the same weight as the other brand. The colours of the other brand.
Now, that's not trying to cheat or fool the customer. It's just trying to help the customer say, for example, Flora, here's our equivalent, because it's in a yellow tub and it sort of looks like Flora.
It looks the same, it feels the same, but it's cheaper. So the consumer would think, it looks like it feels like it tastes like it. Don't try and make me pay more.
Robinson's has been around for years. Yeah, on this packaging, everything looks very similar. It looks so similar, but I don't know how they've actually got away with it. How did they get away with it?
There is a law that stops you passing off. You cannot blatantly copy to such an extent that you fool consumers into thinking that your copycat version is the actual brand. But there's nothing to stop you just using vague inferences, similar colours, and essentially riding on the coattails of the brand.
And sometimes it's not just the looks that ring a bell, the names are pretty similar too.
They make up what they call the exclusive brands. And over the years at Aldi, I had great fun in developing some of those exclusive brand names. And we were trying to think of a name for our crisp brand. What's the brand? Well, the brand is Walkers, clearly. And we sort of then moved on to Runners Crisps. Doesn't sound right. And then someone said Sprinters. And within 6 months, a full range of Sprinters crisps was available within the Aldi stores. Since they've changed the brand name there, but Aldi Australia still sells Sprinters crisps, which is magnificent.